Capacity building is whatever is needed to take an organization to the next level of organizational growth and excellence in whatever area they're focused on.
It includes professional development, it includes even just networking, just nonprofits getting to know each other and finding ways to work together, getting to know the local businesses, churches, civic groups. All of it helps us to, increase our resources. We need that infrastructure in order to be strong and in order to provide the programs that nonprofits do.
I kind of think of it more like, from a business perspective, venture capitalism. Venture capitalism, they find a company that is up and coming, has a new idea, they want to invest in it because maybe that company doesn't have the resources to platform out their ideas. I think capacity building is very similar. It's just done in the nonprofit sector.
And so when I moved to Williamsburg and started my AmeriCorps year, one of the first things that someone told me in the nonprofit realm is, Williamsburg's got a high level of need and a high number of people who want to make a difference. And that's true in many communities. But one of the things that makes Williamsburg unique in some ways is the number of small nonprofits that are, 2 to 5 people who are in this for the long haul. They've been here for years. And that yields some really beautiful relationships, but it also means that capacity changes can be harder to make because they've already started behind in terms of resources.
When I look at our partnership, we may be small, and yet our mission is huge. We're looking at creating access to medication for all Virginians. And so we need to be able to do that with as many resources as possible. So we're going to be looking at how do we bring the people to the table that we need to have, how do we do what we need to do in the professional way in order to attract all of those different supports that will make it happen. So for us, it's really about how do we act big, and I think that's where capacity building gives us the extra tools that we need.
Catch a Fire is a great system that brings together people who would like to volunteer on an online platform, and from that you can throw in a project that you need some help with, you need some expertise. We realized we needed to upgrade our website, and so we worked with a Catch a Fire volunteer, and as we did that, we started asking ourselves questions. What if we could do this? What if we could do this? Wouldn't it be nice if? And one of those was, wouldn't it be nice if people could refer clients on our website and do an online application? And we didn't realize how that was going to increase our capability. But at this point, a year later, we have about 60% of our clients come to us as referrals through our online application.
One of the things we really want to do with all of the capacity building tools and opportunities is to build a bench of future leaders in our area. So one of our goals is always to be educating and improving and helping those within an organization to become that really strong bench for future leadership.
We are a nonprofit, but our work is to support local nonprofits serving the peninsula. We provide continuing education, board training, information sharing, and expanded outreach. Our programs have reached over 300 nonprofits across the peninsula. And the Nonprofit Management Institute and the Entrepreneurial Thinking cohorts are two of our biggest capacity building programs. And it's just been fun to see those grow and to see the nonprofits really take advantage of those opportunities.
I had gone through the Nonprofit Management Institute. I actually went through that before I transitioned into my position as executive director. There were a lot of areas related to development and marketing, those types of things that I was not super familiar with. And so going through the Nonprofit Management Institute for me personally had very direct implications for my new role.
So what we've seen is a variety of what we call capacity increases and capacity surges. So sometimes you'll get a project done or a position hired in such a way that you're able to surge forward in certain areas.
And sometimes as they grow, their success can be almost exponential because it's a flywheel. It builds momentum over and over and over. And you see that bump or that surge and the ultimate impacts for the community and for the folks that they work with.
We were at the point where we were providing therapy services, but we were doing it on a cash basis. And we realized from requests from the families and the community that could we become an insurance provider. And as we started that process, we realized that we really needed a dedicated individual to support that venture, that it was time consuming, that we needed a certain type of expertise to support that. What the Health Foundation did is they chose to award us a grant that supported a position, so we were able to hire that individual. And in doing that, we over doubled the number of children that we were serving just in 1 year. And then beyond that, we've increased over 30% every year since on our ability to serve the community. And that's really what capacity building is. It's giving you that injection so that you're able to then expand. And we knew we had this idea, and we knew we had a workable idea. We just really weren't sure how to make it successful. And the capacity building grant gave us the freedom to figure out how to make it successful.